Hello everyone, I am Hariom Jindal. I am from India and now migrated to Australia and working for a UK-based IT company in Melbourne. A single son of my parents, a brother of three sisters, and father of a daughter, and also an individual who want to explore more with Toastmaster pathways. And this is what I'm breaking the iceberg and giving my very first icebreaker talk today. Well, whatever I am today is all because of API. Absence, pressure, and influence. These three words made my life, my past, my present, and even my future too. These three words can be measured as negative, but for me, they are life maker. When I was a kid, everything was okay. We were living a happy, wealthy life. But as we know, the time keeps changing. My parents' business started making losses, and we entered into financial hardship. It was still manageable for food and living, but an emergency of my appendix burst at age of 11 caused panic to my family. I was almost died due to the poison I had after the burst, but by the God's grace, good work by the doctor's team and parent support, I survived. While coming out of the trauma, I had two options. One, should I continue my study and put more financial burden on my parents? Or second, should I do some work and support the family? It was the very first time when I felt absence of money and pressure of making it. I selected the second option and I started working at age of 11. In those days, I did so many jobs like selling kites, selling door-to-door things, plumbing, carpentering, tailoring, and sometimes helping into my parents' business too. One day, I went to one of the customers' home to deliver some stuff they have purchased, and I saw her son was working on a computer. He was playing games, listening to music, and something else. It was the first time that I was badly influenced with computers. The impact was so high that I was not able to sleep for 2 nights. Finally, I went back to that guy again and asked, hey, what is this? And what are you doing with this? And how can I use it? Then he explained me that you can buy a computer and you can do some courses and you can also start making money. Because it was very old time and the computer cost was very high, and I had so many things to do from my parents to get me a computer. And just to make it happen, I didn't eat food for 3 days. And finally I won. I got a second-hand computer, Celeron MMX 400 if I remember correctly. Finally, I was flying with sun and moon powered jet. I got a computer. Now I was practicing it at home and also doing a job as a helper in nearby tech shop. And just within 1 year, I learned so many things. I opened my own internet cafe and a tech shop. I started selling computers, computer hardware, keyboard, mouse, and so on. One day, a customer visited us, and while talking to me, he said, the business you are doing will be no longer in near future. And he gave me his business card where he mentioned his name and some technical certification he did. I was very impressed. I started thinking what I can do. I stopped my running business and started learning technologies those days available. I did so many technical certifications and entered into full-time IT job. Since 2005, I work with so many companies, you name it, HP, HCL, IBM, Capgemini, Microsoft, and so on. The list is quite long. And everything is going great for me, isn't it? Well, in 2015, I got married. Just after my marriage, 15 days, my parents kicked us out because of some severe mania, possessiveness, insecurity they had. They even didn't allow us to come back. Now, it was a time I started feeling pressure again because of the family issues and influence while working with overseas customer. I started looking abroad. I moved to Australia, and here now I'm now setting up my new future targets and able support from Toastmasters community to make my future better than ever before. Before ending my talk, as now you know, my life is all about API. I want to ask everyone, have you ever feel absence, pressure, and influence? Madam Toastmaster.